I've come a long way when it comes to talking and like putting myself out there and not caring what how I'm perceived. Because when I was younger, I low key I realized like I had that fear of perception. Like how come I wouldn't really do things or show myself or be myself or whatever when I'm being watched. Also comes from like being in a crib all the time when I was younger. I was heavily isolated when I was younger. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't know like there's a balance between isolation and like being around people and having like human connection. It's like I would talk to people, of course, but for the most part, I was by myself. But anyways, like I was saying, that's how that came about, that perception stuff. And now I'm like allowing myself to be more perceived. And yeah, I'm cool with it. I don't really care. And honestly, sometimes I do experience thoughts, but of how someone may be perceiving me, but then I realize, like, why do I give a fuck? But then those thoughts low key lead to reflection. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but lately I've been just been heavily reflecting on shit, reflecting on stuff, and I've been incorporating like staying present because like I'm not trying to be reflecting all the time. It gets to a point. Seriously. I'm just not trying to do that. And like being present, I feel as if it's so important. There's so many reasons why being present is important. That's how I'm living my life, being present. Now, there's a time for reflections and stuff like that, of course, but for the most part, I'm gonna be present. I'm a present girly type shit. When I was a kid, I was most happiest when I was present. So it's really like, I'm really doing it for my happiness, being present for my happiness. But when you start thinking back on old stuff or future stuff, that's how like anxiety can come about, or even depression and things like that, especially if it's not the best of memories, for yourself. So, and sometimes the thoughts they just be coming, and sometimes when they be coming, I'm like, damn, that shit really made me feel some type of way. But at the same time, I realize like that's not me anymore, and I'm not experiencing that anymore. But sometimes I do want to figure out like how is that affecting you now. But it doesn't matter once you already decide who you are. It doesn't matter how it's affecting you because you already know. You already know which whoever you say you are, that is who you are, and anything opposing to that is just jibber jabber, jibber jabber, jibber jabber, jibber jabber. So that's why it doesn't make sense anymore for me to like continuously reflect on it. It doesn't make sense because again, that's not me, and I already decided who I am. I was thinking about alchemy, and I was thinking about Dharma, right? And in this very situation right now, I'm practicing Dharma because right now I feel as if I'm kind of slowly, slightly being led in on someone's situation, and with me doing that, the way that I'm thinking is going to be for them. Just like how I be thinking in my favor, I'm gonna think in other people's favor too. So like when somebody tells me they're about to go and do something, or they're going like they're about to go and do something, I say, oh, let out for you. Hopefully you have a good time. I say in my own, they're definitely gonna have a good time. It's definitely gonna work out for them as well because that's what Dharma is. And I learned this from some dude on TikTok. But I'm gonna look a little bit more into it. But that's basically how he explained it. It's kind of similar to karma, but I feel like karma and dharma is basically the same thing. Honestly, that's how I'm viewing it. It's sort of the same thing. It's just basically what you give out is what you receive. But karma is more so of an action that you give out, and dharma is more so of the mind and your mental. That's how I'm perceiving it. So yeah, and also with alchemy because I notice I've been getting sent a lot of energy, and I know who it's from, and it's this particular type of energy that I am alchemizing to work in my best favor. And one way to do so is by speaking life into yourself. So I'll be speaking a lot of life into myself, like affirmations and stuff like that, especially in the mirror and things like that. Realizing that when it comes to energy being sent your way, and if the end of the day, it's all energy and it can be neutralized. So like that right there, the energy can be in the form of thoughts. The thought is neutral and you don't have to believe that thought, whatever that thought is telling you. Like when it regards to like who you are, how things are working out, the things that you genuinely have control over, like your self-concept, creating your reality, all of that. When it comes to things like that, you don't have to like tell yourself, you know, So that's how you know to tell yourself things, identify with these things, um, perceive these things as such, because that's how again your reality is going to change. Because at the end of the day, it all starts within you, and in that mental. So I'm mad learning how to alchemize, and it's going, it's going great. It's going good. Yeah.